live from 2017.
Welcome back to Come Sit. I'm your host, Ben, and this is Craig, and this is Darren. Like always, we're here to discuss things at you, with you, between each other and the world. Got a beautiful show lined up. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to start with Game of Thrones and then move to Twin Peaks, and we're actually going to be changing up the format so that we can get these out to you quicker, and hopefully before the next episode ends.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's a loud vote of confidence in that plan.
What's going on?
Nothing was funny. Nothing was funny.
Yeah.
So you should see our Twin Peaks and Game of Thrones discussions going up on Monday during the day or Sunday night, depending on where you are in the world. And they should be related to the previous episode that just aired. Game of Thrones is only going to be 2 times. So, yeah. Let's kick it off with Game of Thrones. And what did everyone think?
Cool.
It was sucky, but it was good. You know,
It was sucky,
one
but
of those.
good.
It was one of those catch 23s.
Why was it sucky though?
Because they killed off a really interesting character from the books that was revealed to be Benjen. They just killed him off for no reason. They were like, we don't know what to do with this character. They were
That's
like,
what it felt
they were
like.
let's not kill off anybody that people actually care about though. Let's only kill off the characters that we just don't know what to do with anymore.
We
We'll
can't write them
kill
off.
Thoros because he can bring people back from the dead, and that's obviously a problem. We'll kill Benjen because and we'll kill what's his name, Viserion. We'll kill the dragon because we need the Night King to be an actual threat. Like, look, it made me feel good watching the episode, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like all the episodes do nowadays. It's fun. It's a really fun fantasy show, but the writing is taking a nosedive, man. Like, it feels like everything is so contrived now. Like, that entire situation was ridiculous. They sent Gendry out to run across the fucking tundra north of the wall. Like, it's like a fucking playground. Like, it's a fucking sandset. Like, a sandpit. It's nothing.
I mean,
what the hell?
They had them on their way get attacked by a bear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's...
Which was
like,
cool.
Just run back.
Which was cool. The bear was cool.
Yeah.
But, like, it just made no sense. Like, the entire thing made no goddamn sense.
It feels like they're trying to write their way out of potential problems, like in the story.
Yeah, but those moments, like when Viserion got shot and falling down, that was like
That was a great moment.
that's gonna stick in my mind. And like when they had this close up of the dragon like slowly sinking into the ice, that was great. And
basically the whole sequence where the dragons come to save them.
Yeah,
it's just like it was a moment.
From that moment on, it
music,
was a pretty good episode.
Yeah,
minus the Benjen stuff.
Yeah, because you had the conversation between Denny and John that was like fantastic.
I love
fantastic
that.
Character
I thought
building.
they thought they killed it. I think they're killing the Danny John stuff. Honestly,
They seem to have like really good chemistry on screen.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Like, because they're being really like, I didn't like them. They were my least 2 favorite characters, but when you put them together, I said,
They're pretty pleasant.
Yeah, it's interesting people.
Yeah.
They kind of like balance each other out, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
one's really stoic and like
Jon Snow doesn't like killing, doesn't
really
like
honorable.
leading, but he's honorable and.
Jon Snow doesn't like killing. He doesn't mind it.
I mean, still he does do it.
No, he's good at it, but he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Remember? Because
Well,
he had that line.
Yeah,
that's the conflict.
That's true.
And then he was like, yeah, I'm loving you later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Daenerys was like a pretty one-note character too. Like I've got all these titles. I'm queen. That's my place.
This is purpose.
But you know, you put them together and it's like a pretty pleasant romance story. Cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
But there is like when we talk about the writing on the show, it's the reason why it's frustrating is because it feels like they're writing themselves out of plot holes or like dead ends.
Yeah.
So even when you see the inside of the episodes with the writers, it isn't like these built-up events that, like, you know, we wanted to have the dragons go to past the wall and have this like climactic battle with the whites and stuff. No, that idea comes out of, oh, we have to take a white back, but then they're going to hit the army of the dead, which is all powerful. How do we get them back out of there? We only have the dragons. And so it kind of makes it feel a bit contrived when even the mission itself was contrived in the first place.
It was so contrived when they were explaining it, it just didn't seem
and
sense.
it didn't really feel like this episode justified how stupid that idea was.
No,
absolutely, yeah.
The only... It'd be fucking hilarious if they got to the actual meeting and the white's dead.
I don't understand why that white was still living.
Yeah.
He was impaled on the dragon.
Okay,
Another
there's one thing. No, like even when like they killed the White Walker that was with them, he should have fallen apart, or maybe it was a trap by Night King by the Night King. But in that case, why did the Night King need to do that? Because they just ended up putting him in the middle of it. They just gave him the thing because I don't understand it, and I don't think the show fully explained it at all.
No.
I don't know if it's a plot hole, but I don't understand
That's
it.
how it feels.
It feels like a
it
plot
feels
hole.
too
It feels
convenient.
yeah.
Like, it's... there's too many moments like that that just like pull you out for a second, and then you have to wait for dragons to arrive to be back in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another thing that doesn't really work but could is Arya and Sansa's plotline with Littlefinger, because
It's pretty obvious they're just putting on a show for Littlefinger at this point.
Yeah.
Or they've destroyed the characters.
Yeah,
entirely.
that's
Like,
our two options.
Yeah,
So
they've either destroyed the characters or they're pulling a little fast one on Littlefinger. Like, ooh, Littlefinger's gonna get screwed up, ain't he? Yeah, probably gonna get killed.
I mean, there's nothing else for him to do.
Yeah.
He's just...
This is the point
run
that
around.
I was talking to Ben about this before, is that you can tell if a character's gonna die in the show if they don't have use for him anymore. If they or her. Yeah, if they don't have use for a character, they'll just kill him off. And that's how you judge. That's how you judge who's gonna die. And honestly, I just think they don't kill characters with big fan bases anymore as well.
No?
Last episode was the perfect episode for Tormund to die.
Yeah.
Perfect episode. That would have actually had impact.
Yeah.
He had that moment where he's getting dragged under the ice. The best moment of the episode because it felt like the stakes were high. No, the stakes weren't high.
No,
The stakes should have been high. In that situation, the stakes should have been high. Wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, the dragon's pretty high stakes, I guess. Like, you know, now you've got a dragon, but who didn't see that coming?
Yeah, we already called that. I think we talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Maybe do
Probably. It was bad episode,
we
but not
didn't.
really.
Yeah.
Lost episode.
There could be a couple lost ones. So we called it the episode before when we watched episode 5.
Yeah.
That was gonna happen because you were like, the dragons are gonna fly past the wall and they're gonna save them, and then I was like, yeah, and one of the dragons is gonna get killed in turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Both happened. Yeah.
That's pretty. It's fine. Like
Also-
it's totally fine. Like in season 4, this is when it started happening.
Yeah.
In season 4, the show made a dramatic shift, and now it was a crowd pleasing show.
Yeah.
Before that, it wasn't crowd pleasing. It was shit on the crowd.
Yeah.
And that was good. I was like, I want to be shit on. I enjoy being shit on.
I think it happened after the Red Wedding. Was that season 3?
Oh, there was still, after the Red Wedding, there was the Oberon.
Yeah,
fight.
but then they had like Tyrion killing his dad. I mean, they had the
Yeah.
crowd pleasing moments after that, even though they were making that transition in season 4.
Yeah.
You also had like the Brienne and the Hound fight, which many fans were like, "That's ridiculous. Come on."
Yeah, how they both walk away from that.
Yeah.
It's.
And also like,
What's Brienne's role? What's she doing?
Oh, no,
Like,
she's a representative to King's
Yeah.
Landing.
yeah, I'm sure she'll have importance
Probably in the... Well, now it'll be the next season.
in the next season. Oh, it's an hour. It's an hour and 20 minutes next episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of time.
But the
to
thing
do
that-
some stuff.
the next episode, which kind of annoyed me in the preview, is all the armies are back for this big come together at King's Landing. I don't know how they're gonna resolve it. They could like do some explanation at the start or have some scenes, but it just kind of makes me feel like Castle Rock didn't matter. Yeah. It was just
it was just one of those like, oh, we're gonna do a little bit of a political war like strategy thing where they're looking at the two sides and then he got him.
We tie all the big ones in.
Got him. Didn't see that coming. Got him.
We haven't seen them since like ages, like episode 3.
Yeah.
And
look, if you're gonna do some cool, like, I thought that was a really good episode at the time, but if you're gonna do that, it's gonna have to have some consequences, or else it's like, now I do feel like I wanted a better Castle Rock scene. Now I do feel like that was crap.
It was so impotent, like nothing actually happened with that.
No, exactly. It's like, oh no, Euron's here. He's like,
that was awful.
Locked us in.
It was so rushed as well. Everything about that was rushed.
Like, he had this epic thing with Tyrion explaining, oh, this is how we can get in, rah, rah, rah. It didn't mean shit in the end.
It's like, did Tyrion actually, did his band actually go to shit?
It was so hype at the time.
So hype.
I thought, like, something would be actually happening with all that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Terrible.
No, but it's still good. It hasn't jumped the shark. If it did, it jumped the shark in season 5 and never really go back on the shark. So.
Yeah. Like you said, it's not the same show.
It's not the same show anymore.
No, it's more action. You're getting your big budget payoffs.
It's got a lot of money behind it. It shows.
Yeah, which is great.
It still had like one of the best battle scenes of the entire series in this season. So it's not like the Game of Thrones has nothing to offer. It's just like, look, when you're not throwing money at the screen, the show is a lot less engaging now.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first season, you had a whole season where it was like, you don't have to throw money at the scene to make this engaging. And that was what made Game of Thrones season 1, 2, and 3 pretty freaking awesome.
And that's what makes Arya and Sansa's storyline hurt more if it doesn't resolve in a good way. Because it feels like it's sloppily written because it betrays the characters.
Yep.
So, unless...
I mean, it doesn't really betray the characters as much as it doesn't feel earned.
Yeah, it doesn't do them justice at all.
Yeah.
It feels like they went through all this stuff and now they're just fucking around.
Yeah, it's like... I understand at the start of the series, when they were kids, they had a bit of a sibling rivalry, but I don't buy for a second that Arya comes back and she's like, I don't fucking... This person's my enemy too. Everyone's my enemy. I'm the big man now. I'm just gonna just threaten people, kill them. I don't care anymore. Family doesn't mean shit. I don't mean shit. This realm doesn't mean shit. I have no purpose in this story. Like, fine. Yeah. Fine. I don't want Arya in the story then. I don't want her.
We do have a good indication that it's gonna resolve right, because like her handing
the little finger
knife.
And
it's like I'm your weapon, like we're together. This is the thing.
And also like Littlefinger watching Arya is kind of like, Arya's supposed to be this super, like, that's how they're painting her this season anyway. She's supposed to be this super accomplished assassin. Not really. Didn't really justify in the last season, but whatever. She's supposed to be this super justified assassin. And Littlefinger...
Super justified.
And super accomplished, sorry. And... and Littlefinger gets one on her. Like, no, I think she knows. Littlefinger knows.
She's watching back.
I think she knows what's happening. Littlefinger's behind the scenes trying to orchestrate some kind of sibling rivalry so he can get more control over Sansa. I think she knows that, and she's playing his game. You know what I mean?
She knows Littlefinger pretty well.
It'd be interesting. Yeah. I didn't pay attention close enough to the episode, but it'd be interesting to go back and see if the last episode had moments of Littlefinger watching Arya, like Arya was watching Littlefinger before, because that mirror could indicate a similar sort of betrayal.
Yeah.
You know, not betrayal, but like inner knowledge of what's actually going on.
So you guys think that Littlefinger's gonna die next episode?
Yes.
No, I don't think he's gonna die.
I think he's gonna die. Death
I think Arya's gonna kill him. I think Arya's gonna kill him. Honestly, I think that's it.
And she's gonna like flip.
You know why? Because he has no point no more. He has no point, and that's what I'm saying, is that you can tell that when a character loses narrative momentum, they're about to kill him.
Alright, so if he dies this one, then that's totally like...
Yeah.
That's confirmed then.
Yeah. Twin Peaks. We had part 15.
Yes.
Yeah. Last week. How was it? I really enjoyed it.
Oh.
Probably one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, that entire Dutchman sequence. Oh, it was so intense. Oh my god, everything about that like sequence. My favorite like little detail was Philip Jeffries and like the humming sounds that his machine made, like mrrr, mrrr, and like it's just his voice. I don't know, like that was so tricky.
The sound work was so good on that.
Yeah.
And you had a good point, like putting the subtitles on to see the sound, like what sound effects are happening is really useful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another thing is I loved the fades in that scene. How they were like, I've never seen anything like how those kinds of fades where it just like we're gonna fade the forest in and then we're just gonna keep it half faded in on top of the image of him walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know. It was properly mind bending in a way that like only the Red Room is, but like in a new location. Kind of reminded me of the convenience store, but it obviously wasn't.
Yeah. I want to bring up something.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about it later on with the whole Judy thing. I think it could work into that, but it's just another thing that happened. You know when you see the jumping man in the fucking really weird shaking thing? There's a picture of Sarah Palmer's face. From inside.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
really?
seen that. Yeah, it goes like it's shaking and stuff.
Yeah.
You pause it. You see Sarah Palmer.
Oh,
So there's something to do.
Yeah.
It's
And
so creepy, dude.
Some people, and I could kind of see it too, said that the Colonel face was also possibly there.
Really?
In the same sequence. I could kind of see it as well, but Sarah Palmer's is the one that like it's
the Colonel
a
or
freeze
the
frame.
Major?
Major
Briggs, yeah.
Major Briggs.
Oh, wow. I need to go back and watch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool details in that scene that were like, excellent, man. Thanks for this little gifts that you've given us.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also loved the little Richard and Coop's. Like I just found that to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like how Coop was like, fucking just smacked him, man. It was so good.
Put him in his place. This guy's been like running around being king shit, and Coop's just like, don't fucking come at me again.
It's the first time. It's the first time he's felt so small since that scene with Red.
Yeah.
Which again, Red. He hasn't been in the series since like that one scene with Shelley, I guess. But it's I don't know.
That really wasn't. I still don't get their relationship.
I think it's boyfriend and girlfriend, dude.
Yeah.
But if it's actually means anything, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it's gonna pan out.
Exactly. Yeah. His entire character is interesting. How it's gonna pan out. Like, what is his character's point?
It's like, does he have superpowers? Is it just people high on drugs? Or
Pretty sure it's just people high on drugs.
That's what I
think. The drugs have something wrong with the drugs in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, because it's always been a reoccurring thing.
Yeah, like Steven last episode, he was not sober.
No.
He'll
never be sober.
He was
again,
seeing
maybe.
some things. Something really disturbing about him just rubbing his leg like that.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone, like, there's the chick that was in the...
in the house?
Yeah, scratching.
In the house, and in the roadhouse, yeah.
Super creepy.
Yeah. And talking about creepy sort of, like, weird things as well is Audrey's situation. Almost
Still
getting to
playing
the
out.
door. Yeah. She looks like she's in mental anguish.
Yeah.
You
can see it in her face.
Yeah.
How strange everything is.
She doesn't really look like she's ever in control of any situation or herself or
like,
her surroundings.
You go back to season 1 and 2, she's calm, she's collected, she's confident. In this, she's like constantly eyebrows furrowed and like confused,
looking
and,
around in like,
yeah,
Just
like
a
for
broken
something.
person.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's. Oh, it's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah,
Kills me.
It's as heartbreaking as Coop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more heartbreaking than Coop for me. Like,
You think so?
yeah, just something about Audrey's situation makes me think there's no way out for her.
Yeah.
At least Cooper's in a decent situation. Like he's made the best of what's going on.
Like Coop's situation, like as much as people hate Dougie and think that he's just the same joke played on repeat, like it is legitimately a sort of heartwarming story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Like in
satisfying.
and of itself, if you just take it outside of the Twin Peaks universe, it would still kind of work, I think.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's based on an idea that David Lynch had back in like the 80s.
A lot of I've heard a lot of the concepts that are in this series are just like passion stuff that like ideas that he's had for ages. That
Like the bear or whatever it was that was like with in the horn matriarch. I can't remember what her name is. The grandma. Audrey Horne's mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
In her house where Johnny is, and the bear is got that face on it. That face is like a project from one of his like cartoons or something.
That bit was scary.
There's a bunch of little details where it's like, man, David Lynch, you're making up for lost years.
Yeah.
Like honestly, this makes up for Inland Empire. Which I'll probably give a rewatch after this series because
I haven't seen it.
it's super difficult to watch.
Okay.
It's got the actress that plays Sarah Palmer in it. That's the first scene I saw, her being creepy to Laura Dern, and it was I kind of gave up right there. It's so digital. It's so digital.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it feels like a hand-holder camera digital kind of thing.
It's like I was gonna say VHS, but like the home video, just coming into
digital
HDV or something.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like maybe you watch it and you're like, oh, dude, there's a reason for all of it.
Well, normally, I mean, you'd like there to be with Lynch.
Yeah.
Or like, at least something deeper to read into it.
There's definitely something deeper to read into the content of that movie, I'm sure. It's just like kind of jarring.
Yeah.
After Mulholland Drive. Was that the last movie he made before Inland Empire? So it was Mulholland Drive. What was next?
Good question. I will double check. But Mulholland Drive was his like. Was there something that you would put over Mulholland Drive?
No. I haven't seen Lost Highway though.
Me either. And that does scare.
I haven't seen
I've seen
Crazy
a bit
at
of
Heart. I haven't seen Crazy at Heart, Lost Highway, but I've seen Eraserhead and Blue Velvet. I think I have to rewatch Eraserhead because I watched it when I was too young. And Blue Velvet was good, but it felt pretty typical outside of some Lynchian ideas.
Okay.
It kind of felt like a noir kind of like detective story. Like,
yeah,
I could almost see it as being a prequel to Twin Peaks. Cooper just being like, oh, well, I'm going to be a detective now because I want to know all the mysteries kind of thing, you know? Like, that's kind of his character.
Yeah.
He gets a bit in over his head, and there's this great villain who, like, I'm sure you've seen stills of him, like, he's the mask guy, he breathes in, like, good villain, good characters. It's a really good movie. Much recommended. All of them are. All of them come recommended.
And you were right. Mulholland Drive was the last film they did before Inland Empire. There was a bunch of like shorts that he did in between. But
The Rabbits one.
Rabbits
was cool.
Darkened Room.
Didn't we watch Rabbits in English extension?
I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think so. Back in high school days. Wow. Oh man, Lynch was weirdly present in like high school days. You had like a mate that was really into Twin Peaks. You had another one that was into Mulholland Drive and that whole aspect.
Yeah.
Like even the teacher was like.
I don't remember when we watched Twin Peaks. Like, I think I did it after high school.
I did it after high school.
I probably did it at the same time as you.
Yeah.
I want to just quickly skip back. There was a thing about Audrey, a theory that you wanted to bring up. Yeah, that you'd seen.
Okay, so we've been at the same booth for the entire series.
In the Roadhouse. Yeah.
I'm not taking credit for this. I got this off Reddit or YouTubers. I watched something like that. I'm not this smart.
I mean, this is just a discussion space. There's not too much theory.
Yeah, so we've been at the same booth for the entire time at the Roadhouse, and it's been really creepy. Like, people being like, what the hell is going on at the Roadhouse? And it's starting to feel like everything's connected to Audrey there. So there's a theory that she's trapped in a table, like Josie was trapped in the doorknob at the Roadhouse, which I find to be like really interesting.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, when I was going back, because the music in this show has been amazing, and going back watching one of the particular bands, the Au Revoir Simone one.
Yeah.
When they do the little chat between the two of them, and she's like, "Have you seen the penguin?" And I was like, what about the short guy that's with Audrey?
He looks like a penguin.
He looks like a penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's constantly doing work sort of thing, like, it looks like accounting or something. And I'm like, what if he's part of the business of the drug stuff or anything like that? This is my theory. That with Red, like, maybe he's, like, connected to that, and
we've seen one of the Renault brothers there as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't. We thought it was the same Renault that died. It wasn't. It was one of his brothers.
Right.
Yeah.
But one was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the youngest, or like they kind of just get Renaults out of the ground whenever. Like, we've got an unlimited amount of Renaults to go around.
They're a famous mobster family.
They're all French too.
Yeah.
French Canadian.
French Canadian.
Yeah, super weird. Like.
Oh man, yeah. Regardless, it's super eerie. Like with Billy being mentioned in both of those storylines.
Yeah,
we don't know
and that one scene like where they like that guy busts into the Twin Peaks diner. He's like, has anyone seen Billy?
Yeah.
Like, super creepy.
Yeah.
The story about him bleeding from the nose and the mouth, and the guy, the drunk in the jail cell, which I think might be a red herring. I think that's the word for it when it's misdirection.
Yeah.
I think it might just be like, you think that's Billy, but no, Billy's something else. That's just a kind of comedic kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though, I could be wrong.
There's a lot to do with sound with Lynch, and every time that guy's doing the repeating of the sound, particularly with the other woman that's in there that's got no eyes or anything. And
Naito?
Yeah. I feel like there's something
creepy.
there.
Yeah.
I every time I see it, I'm just like,
I
feel like I'm missing something.
Are they communicating? Is there some kind of like connection between those two, or I have no idea? What?
Like, I've seen in reviews people say like, oh, he's making fun of people when he's like copying them, and I'm like, I don't think that's it.
No. I don't think he has any control over it.
No.
It's really creepy. Like that entire like jail cell thing. They're kind of loading it like. They're loading the jail cell for something to happen. They're putting more characters. Now James and Freddy are there.
Yeah. When you think about it, a coup can only repeat what people say. He's only repeating what people say. Like, it's...
Now, do you think the coordinates of Jack Rabbit's palace? I thought that maybe the coordinates are the jail cell.
Ooh.
Like... I could see how that would make sense, especially that like if Naito is Judy, and Philip Jeffries saying you've met her, and we know that Coop, the proper Coop, has seen her in the purple world kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, like there's a lot to look into. I kind of feel like Jesus, you could go anywhere with this shit.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like they're throwing a lot of things at us and being like, which direction do you think it's going to go in? Like, there's only one way it's going to turn out.
It's wonderful though. Like, it's just something that you can think about forever. There's no ends to it. It's great.
2 episodes left, right?
There's
Three, isn't it?
2 weeks left. There's 3 episodes left.
Oh,
We're getting
shit.
another double episode at the end.
Yes.
But 2 weeks, man. 2
Yeah.
weeks and then it's done.
Over.
My heart is gonna be broken when it's over, dude.
Yeah. It's gonna leave a void. Oh, man. And one other thing that was kind of cool, just in the construction of this series, just going back to the uniqueness that Lynch has brought to TV, watching the show, you get into a different headspace, I feel, than watching other shows. Like for example, Game of Thrones. You're looking at what characters are saying and like what's being shown to you, whereas with Lynch, you're kind of like looking for what's missing.
Yeah.
You're kind of looking for the gaps in communication or gaps in storytelling. It's like that's where you get your nuggets.
Yeah.
It's
So why wouldn't Lynch do this rather than why'd they do this? Right. I totally get what you mean. It's a really interesting way of watching television.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the most subversive thing that I've ever seen in television. It's kind of doing the same thing that Twin Peaks did in the first place, but now it's crazy. Like
They
blows my goddamn mind.
Yeah. They updated the vibe of the show for
Yeah.
a modern audience and made it even better. That's why it's a true sequel. Like, it's not riffing off the original. It's its own thing in the same universe.
But it still has like a lot of reverence for the original series. Like I there's so many references, so many like parallels and stuff.
I mean, this episode that just came had one of the longest sequences that was just nostalgia trip with Ed.
Yeah, that was actually really nice.
That was a beautiful scene. I actually like it had some of my favorite. Like it had the best soundtrack. I don't know if there's any other scene that had such a like up front and center soundtrack without it being at the Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Like they used the song and they put it on top of a scene without it being like that was interesting to me.
Yeah. It reminded me of Mulholland Drive in the like.
Yeah.
You know, happy Hollywood.
That's
like
kind of creepy,
got
isn't
a nice glow and
Like this can't be good. Nothing
No,
can be good in this
nothing
world.
can be
Everything
good.
needs to lead to some terrible thing.
Twin Peaks is going to shit. Like the town.
The town, yeah. It's a super strange show. We haven't seen or heard anything about the Tremond kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Cera.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be that much of a character. I thought, wasn't that supposed to be like a...
No,
joke
not Michael Cera. From the original series, you remember when Donna Haywood went to see
that
Harold
child.
Smith?
That child. That
Yeah.
The kid, and he
yeah.
was like, where's the cream corn? And he's holding the cream corn. Like,
Yeah.
We've seen the Jumping Man now, so I'm like, okay, so a lot of the lodge spirits are still in play. So where's the Tremond kid? Where's who else was there? There was there was Mike
There was
in
an
that
older
room.
lady.
She's the
back.
Tremond.
Yeah.
She's the Tremond grandmother.
Yeah, we still got.
Yeah. We got the Jumping Man. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think those were the characters that we saw.
And then we got the mother.
The mother
season.
in this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think. Do you know if they alluded to that at all in the original series or in Fire Walks with Me, or is this like a new kind of introduction?
I feel like it's new. I could be wrong, but I feel because I remember there being the Mike and Bob were like the duo, and that's where everything kind of came from. Bob was kind of the central evil. Back then, I think.
I could see Mike as if Bob was if Bob was that big black ball, and there was a bunch of little eggs in that vomit, one of those eggs was the thing that crawled inside that girl, but there were more eggs. Do you think that all the lodge spirits could be those eggs? Like, even Mike? And that's why Mike used to be evil, or he might have been, not a partner to Bob, but, like, another one of Bob's, minions. Or are those eggs, like, the woodsman? Or, it's so strange. Like, I feel like we're not going to get any answers about this stuff either.
No.
That's true, yeah.
I feel like it's left completely up to interpretation, so that we can have conversations like this and drive ourselves crazy.
To wrap it up, final thoughts about Twin Peaks?
I think at the end of the series, I'd be interested to like look over the Roadhouse songs and see how if they're incorporated to the plot, like in the same way Guardians of the Galaxy incorporates. If they use a song, it's backing up something that's happening in the movie. It's as simple as it is. It's not like it's like some grand metaphor, like Gordian knot that you have to untie or anything like that, but
it's at least emotionally connected.
Yeah. Like, well, Twin Peaks probably would be super complicated.
Yeah.
Probably would be a bunch of ways you could look at it, but I'm just like thinking, is there any other reason for the Roadhouse songs to be in every episode other than Lynch likes music? Or is it some kind of other thematic threads that he's like trying to give the viewer, like, here we go, I'm offering you something here.
Yeah.
Listen closely. Like,
I definitely think you're onto something.
Yeah. It's interesting to think about, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder how many, like, I'd pay to pick Lynch's brain.
Right?
He should have some kind of crowdfunding thing where it's like, if you pay me like $100,000, you can have a 5-minute conversation with me, and I might answer your questions.
It's like you say that like it's any more in reach than your current situation.
Yeah,
like, yeah, $100,000.
Well, it would make me want to make $100,000.
That's true.
That's a good like little motivator. Get a good job so you can meet David Lynch one day and ask him, what the fuck is this show?
Then he just gives you more questions than answers.
Probably would. Yeah, that's my final thought.
Yeah.
Anything to say?
I'm just really excited to go back and rewatch it all once it's complete.
Me too.
Because with the seasons 1 and 2 of Twin Peaks, like, rewatching it was probably my favourite way of viewing it, because I got so much more out of it.
Oh, yeah.
From the first time watching.
I just rewatched them all. Like, great. It was a great experience.
And it just makes you appreciate the series so much more because of that.
Yeah.
It's such a rewatchable series, and having another season of
Mostly
stuff I
rewatchable.
haven't seen yet. Stuff I've only seen once or twice or whatever. It's just going to be a good time. Looking forward to that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, when this series is over, I'm going to rewatch the entire series, and I'm even going to watch the James episodes. It's going to be so hard. It's going to be so difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult, but it's also kind of funny.
That's what I think. I think
it's like slapstick level.
It is. It's kind of like, it's bad, but there's still a quality to it.
Yeah.
Which I kind of enjoy.
Yeah.
Problem was, they still had like little plot threads that they were like, oh yeah, this is an actual fucking point that you gotta note down. Like, I think, were they still having that kind of stuff with the James plot, or was it completely immersed in his little journey? No cutback.
I think it was pretty minimal connection to the main plot.
Yeah, super minimal. I mean, his whole thing about fixing the woman's car and then her like,
don't remember. I don't remember. Like, that's how bad it was.
She was chasing him, then she didn't want to know him,
and then she did want to know him,
and then her husband was her brother or something.
Oh god!
And then it went into a violent confrontation of which there was no consequences.
Yeah, or like it didn't seem to matter at all.
No. Oh, it was terrible.
James in this series though is probably one of my favorite instances of them reintroducing a character from the old series.
Yeah.
Like, it warms my heart to see James.
That moment.
Like, every moment, yeah.
Yeah, when Shelley's like, James always cool.
Yeah. I agree, Shelley. I agree. Like, you know, fuck the haters. James was a great character.
Even if he did have that spin-off plot, it was absolute shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he'll never be Bobby for me. Bobby's my favorite Twin Peaks character just because of even in the original series, he was a really interesting character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was one of the people that I was paying the most attention to when I rewatched the series.
I really like his growth, and I like the way that he still has the same mannerisms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like a mature.
Yeah,
mature
exactly.
Bobby.
My favorite scene of the series so far has been when he reacted to Laura Palmer's case getting dug up again, and he cried. I was like, Bobby, you are just the most lovable piece of shit ever.
I know.
Well, not a piece of shit anymore. Like,
No.
he's legit a good guy.
Yeah. He's the good force. I wonder what part he's got to play that.
I think a big part.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
he's gonna be
very
pretty.
central.
He's gonna have some real big part to play in all of it.
Honestly, if any death would affect me, it would be Bobby's right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, one more thing, Becky. What the hell? Becky,
Yeah.
is she dead now? That Steven
Yeah.
conversation was really iffy. Like,
Yeah, that.
I don't think Becky's alive. And like, there was so many parallels between her and Laura Palmer. Like the scene with her staring up at the clouds in the car with the song playing.
Mhm.
Another instance of a song playing over an important scene. Sorry,
Yeah.
like not just the Ed and Norma scene, but also that
Yeah.
one. She was looking at the sky, and you could almost. I've seen so many people overlay the scene where Laura's looking at the angel and
Yeah.
crying and laughing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Her whole storyline as well with following the guy down like the dark path and everything, with getting into drugs and everything. That's
Yeah.
like complete mirror of
exactly.
Laura.
That's it.
Exactly.
And even that guy, like, sort of splitting off from her and her falling into greater corruption kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the guy like cheating on her. I'm not sure if she's exactly like Laura Palmer, but like
There's a lot of
obviously-
parallels. I mean, you gotta
obviously
consider.
like there's something there.
Yeah.
And the way that the guy was rubbing his leg and everything as well, I need to go back and watch the scene to see exactly what he said, because
You
if
need
he-
to watch it with subtitles, honestly,
Yeah.
because they are whispering and mumbling
Yeah.
the entire scene.
And sometimes there's like no way you would be able to hear it unless the subtitles were there
Yeah.
and you knew like someone is saying something in the background even.
It helped so much having the subtitles.
Because he could even, his breakdown could even be mirror like Leland's breakdown, which also puts into question like the drug aspect being a transmission for the Black Lodge spirits or forces or something like that as well. Interesting things to come.
Yeah.
I didn't really have any other final thoughts that compares to that. That's fine.